fell out the sky. Got stitched in a beast, seraph in the shell where the hate don't cease. Every holy book bleeds when I step to the sect. Utterly2fresh2death. Angel in a body bag, drag me through the temple. Blood on the scriptures, every verse so sinful. Crosses, crescents, stars all melt. Every last prayer get felt as welts. Twice the static, I sever the choir. Halos to shackles, I'm heaven on fire. You made your gods in your own bad image. Now pay faith on the walls with vengeance. No face. White robe, black wings, footprints on stained glass. Turn the wine back in the blood in the mask. Priest on his knees, but his hands ain't clean. Rosary choke till his eyes turn green. Bibles on fire in the back of the chapel. Nails in the tongue when the choir start babble. I baptize heads in the holy font. Hold them down long till the bubbles stop. Minaret shakes when I stalk that block. Carpet turn red when the bodies drop. A mom with a blade that he hides in his cloak. I bend that arm till I snap that hope. Synagogue candles drip wax like flesh. Star David cracks cut straight through chest. Every corrupt soul that was blessed by lies get circumcised from their own disguise. Break it, no face. Keep quiet, drown it. I'm the curse that your gods won't mention. Hide them all into damn dimensions. Angel and a demon, locked in a cage. Wings made of rust, a religious rage. Blasphemy's blade in a sacrament dope. I write your sins in the margins of notes. If every faith got a devil they fear, then why do they all look familiar in here? Say face. In Sanskrit, drip off the wall. Raindrops turn into worms that crawl. Deities watch with 1,000 eyes. I gouge out each for 1,000 lies. Temple floor slick, that's not just ghee. That's guts from the ones who attacks that creed. I spin that wheel, break karma's spine. Every rebirth gets stuck in mine. Buddha be calm, I crack that grin. Though the statue bleeds molten sin. Meditate deep in a lake of nails. All turn no when the mantra fails. Tory gate splits like a rib cage open. Shrines all flood with the faith you've stolen. Got me start screaming from rusted bells. I hang fake priests from the rope that fell. Breathe this out. Angel in a body bag, drag me through your sect. Icons, idols, necks all flex. Chant that hymn while I crack that spine. Every false prophet get cut in time. From dust to west, our beliefs gon' drip. Same old power with a brand new script. You dress your greed in a holy vest. I strip that off, leave a hole in your chest. I was the sword God swung at first, sent to the earth just to cleanse the worst. But the halos clap when the crowds all cheer. Soon they praise the blade more than what they fear. They built new churches to the blood I spilled. Turn my clean kills into myth they fill. The demon elected was born from that. All about ball for the body count stat. I struck that beast with a righteous hand. Refused mid-play like Aladdin branch. Now I'm in him, he sent me one mess. Holy intentions in a hellbound chest. He murders the evil they hide in their creed. I scream in his skull as he watches them bleed. Cause if they preach love or they traffic in death, we're just a receipt for their every last breath I remember. church, every church got a grave. If every book got a law, every law got a slave. If every prayer got a price, every price got a debt. I'm the winged thing crawling out your break. You call it justice when it's in your text. You call it evil when you're who's next. When heaven and hell both run out of breath, I'm the last voice laughing in your chest.
They said the story ended in the morgue. Holes in a body bag. Nah, those were lungs, so the nightmare could breathe.
Holes in a body bag, leaking out the sermons. Every stitch of soul, they twisted in the vermin. Dragged up the corpse, now I see the brand called single burned deep in the palm of his hand. Church in the alley, blood in the hymn. Puppeteering lines from under the skin. Followed every toe tag, back to the sack. Now I'm severing the strings, wrapped round to the neck. Last you saw me, I was sealing up the dark in a sack. Holes in a body bag, body stack, never look back. But the last one comes secrets through the plastic seam. Aimed under his ribs like a cult map in his me. UV light lit veins in and rounds. Churches, clinics, help centers harvesting you. Toe tag, barcode, blood into a crest. Same mark on the preacher, I put rosary through his neck. Every kill I made was a witness misled. So I cut the bag open, let the truth weep dead. Fire in his phlegm, half drowned in decay. Join the family, purpose awaits.
I knew it. Follow the blood.
Holes in a body bag, leaking out the sermons. Every stitch of soul, they twisted into vermin. Dragged up the corpse, now I see the brand called single burned deep in the palm of his hand. Sharks in the alley, blood in the hymn. Puppeteering lines from under the skin. Followed every toe tag, back to the sack. Now I'm severing the strings, wrapped round your demand. Holes every recovery, neon cross in the ranks. Same logo from the morgue, same smile, different chains. Patients on gurneys, all beating his drip. I rip out the IVs, let him wake from the script. Order lights, rust me with syringes and lies. I baptize his vision, bleed straight through the eye. Leader on the mic, screaming, God chose me. I rip the cord tight till the gospel goes mute clean. Bring ribs on steel, autopsy pride. Every shell, every lie laid bare in the line. I toss them in a body bag, sip him in prey. I punch holes in the plastic, let the truth hit. Holes in a body bag, leaking out the sermons. Every stitch of soul, they twisted into vermin. Dragged out the corpse, now I see the brand called sigil burned deep in the palm of his hand. Zip it up, let the choir suffocate. Cut it up, watch the cult disintegrate. Zip it up, let the choir suffocate. Cut it up, watch the cult disintegrate.
You felt that? The cold? It's coming.
We don't just bleed. We leak hate, real horror. Turn the lights off. I'm the architect of agony, building a bridge out of brittle bones. Sitting on a throne of gristle, reigning in the kill zone. The shadows got teeth, yeah, the nipple in the drywall. I'm the reason why the sirens scream and why the gods fall. Stabbing at the fabric of reality, the wound is wide. I'm pulling out the organs just to see what's kept inside. It's a rhythmic ritual, a symphony of severed veins. I'm washing out the sunlight with a bucket full of acid rain. Deep in the psyche, I'm the tumor that the surgeon missed. A silhouette of sorrow with the razor wire around my wrist. Gory with the story, I'm a walking, talking crime scene. Living in the static of a flickering TV screen. Kill 'em all, let the soil soak the secrets up. Fill the chalice with the malice, drink the weakness up. We don't struggle with the dark, we embrace the gloom. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. Kill 'em all, let the soil soak the secrets up. Fill the chalice with the malice, drink the weakness up. We don't struggle with the dark, we embrace the gloom. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. hell we've been through. It's a map written in scar tissue. Issues with the tissues. When I strike, I never miss you. I'm utterly too fresh to death, wearing a strap for a coat while I'm sculpting masterpieces with the blade across the throat. Terrifying how I'm flying through the inner city mist with a list of every hypocrite that ever did exist. It's a hateful orchestration with a snapping of the spine. I'm aging like a poison, not a bottle of a fine wine. Vivid and gruesome, the ceiling starts to drip in red. I'm the manifestation, the voices underneath your bed. Intellectual insanity, I'm parsing out the pain. I left my name in cursive on the surface of your brain. Stab the heart of the world till it stops to beat. Feel the cold metal shiver, taste the bitter defeat. From the gutter to the grave, with the kings of the dark. Power in the carnage, a religion of hurt. Kill them all, let the soil soak the secrets up. Fill the chalice with the malice, drink the weakness up. We don't struggle with the dark, we embrace the gloom. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. Kill them all, let the soil soak the secrets up. Fill the chalice with the malice, drink the weakness up. We don't struggle with the dark, we embrace the gloom. Walking nightmares, blooming in a padded room. Every single one of them. No mercy. Epic in its tragedy, the final act is closing fast. I'm the ghost of every trauma that you buried in the past. Powerful and dark, I'm the spark inside the powder keg. I'll leave you hollowed out and hanging from a wooden peg. The struggle isn't over till the pulse is just a flat line. I'm harvesting the souls and I'm claiming every that's mine. Deep-seated hatred, it's a furnace in the chest cavity. Collapsing all the light like I'm breaking laws of gravity. So welcome to the theater, the seats are soaked in dread. The only thing that's certain is the monsters must be fed. One last breath, let the oxygen escape the lungs. I'm speaking in the ancient and the most forbidden tongues. It's done, can't take it back now. The blood is on the floor, and the ink is in the skin. Too fresh to death. Forever. See you in the basement. Shh. Just sleep now.
Candlelight licks bone on sacrificial stone. Guts in a triangle, spirit gets flown. Crawling in a blood robe, grinning in the dark. Scripts of the Lima carved deep in my heart. Do what thou wilt on the skin of the slain. I write true will in the veins of your brain. Callous full of life, still warm when I sip. Tongue speak curses while your halo rips. Water of slit throats gargle every hymn. Organs on the altar, still twitch, still grin. Breeze packed tight with the butchered and the marred. Welcome to the rotting edge of satanic guards. Kneel in the door where the songs fall apart. Six carved stars in your chest for the dark. Fate blade open, heaven torn apart. We bring your death in the church of satanic guards. Kneel in the door where the songs fall apart. Six carved stars in your chest for the dark. Fate blade open, heaven torn apart. We bring your death in the church of satanic guards. Hourglass of eyeballs, pupils dripping sand. Fingers in the sensor, smoke from the hand. I cut you slow, spell letters in your fat. Sigils in your spine while the bones go crack. Don't skull mass ripping, slaughterhouse rain. A brand true will in the meat of your brain. Each stab a mantra, each scream a note. I conduct the right with a knife in your throat. Ripped like a cage for a demon I feed. Stuffed you with locust, glass and centipede. Every cut of scripture, anatomy is art. A filthy gospel in the church of satanic guards. Kneel in the door when the songs fall apart. Six carved stars in your chest for the dark. Fate blade open, heaven torn apart. We bring your death in the church of satanic guards. Kneel in the door when the songs fall apart. Six carved stars in your chest for the dark. Fate blade open, heaven torn apart. We bring your death in the church of satanic guards. Wings and halos nailed to the wall. Rosaries of teeth clack loud in the hall. Angels hang gutted from upside down crosses. I kiss their wounds and drink all their losses. Moon's black on the page of my right. I stitch new wings from the dead for my flight. All these ghosts laugh while the bodies convulse. Magic in the maggots eating through your pulse. I skin your face where your doubt is a mask. Preach to the severed congregational mass. Organs on wire, swing time to the beat. I waltz with corpses, he'll pull on the meat. This my great work, turn your soul into paint. Canvas of cartilage, masterpiece of the profane. Bring your skull and gold, hang it in the dark gallery. Eternal in the church of satanic guards. Midnight breath reaches over and run. Only one of boils in a martyr's gun. Love unto will, climb deep in your heart. The down slow, one fade in a part. Midnight breath reaches over and run.
Step inside, let your heart beat slow. Shadows crawl where the candles glow. Don't blink twice, don't gasp or cry. Welcome home where the lost ones die. Blood moon breathes through the broken glass. Footprints fade where the lost souls pass. Chills drip thick down the coffin walls. Echoes giggle when the curtain falls. Scalpel sermons, hymns of sin. I carve my verses deep within. Basement choir hums in tune while the clock bleeds red beneath the moon. Don't scream, the house will bite. Your fear feeds me through the night. Walls got eyes that grin and stare. You die slow, I don't play fair. The floorboards talk, hear the chains hum death in the dark. Mirrors whisper what knives can't say. I turn your prayers into heart I play. I wear the mask that grins too wide. Stitch my name in your tender hide. Blood drips thick like candle wax. Tongues of flame trace my tracks. Welcome to the house of hollow eyes, where the screams sing lullabies. Flesh turns pale in the devil's choir. Pain's my muse and fears my fire. Don't sleep, the dead don't rest. Every breath's a crimson test. I dream in scars, I live in cries. I reign in the house of hollow eyes. Step too deep, no way back. Time dissolves in the heart attack. I waltz with ghosts in a blood-lit trance. Demons hum as the bodies dance. Chains conduct the symphony's end. Screams harmonize, then break and bend. I take a bow in the fading light. Death's my stage and you're tonight. Bells ring low for the sin parade. Angels rot in the mess I made. I sip your fear like vintage wine. Taste the rhythm, decay divine. Step outside if you still can crawl. Leave your soul in my hollow hall. When you hear my tune in the midnight skies, you've attained to the house of hollow eyes. In the house of hollow eyes.
They raise their kingdoms from chrome and screens. Brand names glowing where faith once leaned. Between the headlines and secret deals, I harn every engine that profits from meals. Look closer, trace the trail. I burn idle stitch from money and pride. Campaign crowns and banners they hide. Sunday salvation, sold through a tie. Grace in the smile, but a parasite inside. Warmth delays and takes in dark. I snap those strings and extinguish the spark. Heaven is built on status and hell. And the false favorites, they slamming no bell. Side lanes blaze like a sticks in dark. Preacher rehearsing immaculate
just crimson spray. Households watching, look away. Why keep swaying, never aware, while silence replaces the scripted prayer. Bus wrapped in faces, posing divine. Promises printed in patriot shine. Deals in the rear where the curtains stay drawn. I breathe on the window, the fog smells gone. I have their colors to colors they wave. Crowds still cheering what they enslave. Every vow spoken over sacred page. I mark that name like a closing stage. Bless this, my close sign here. Fracturing under the right at throne. The teeth in the marble you carved in the stone. And prophets hold power and power holds fear. I leave their scriptures bleeding in smear. From chapels to podiums, towers to streets. I infect every system that feeds on dreams. The halo and hordes share what control. Destroy every empire that feeds on a soul. Control fall. Skyscrapers shining like stained glass light. Every office built from someone's fight. Forests traded for quarterly gain. They call it progress, I call it pain. Elevated climbs, my aura distorts. Numbers collapsing inside their reports. Executive grin with predatory teeth. I stuff his contracts beneath the reef. Server rooms buzz like metallic prayer. Worship of payday conditioned air. Training beliefs from invisible hands. Fate now dictated by algorithm plans. How the monitor spider and crack. Liquid pixels running black. Anchored against the lines he read. Truth crawls out what profit fed. I hunt corporations like ancient sects. Their emblems glow like cursed effects. Error rooms, labs, and flow is training. They tally their sins in numbered grades. Gospel is charts and public control. I audit your bones like a fiscal goal. Tactics, terror, and selling us all. I read the script, nothing left to you. Torches chanting in rows, history repeating wherever it goes. Mercy where written is weakness and shame. Hatred baptized in a righteous name. I move through ranks without a sound. A storm in lungs that turns around. Leaders shouting through metal cone. His heartbeat stops mid-monotone. Badges stitched on jackets tight. Every symbol born from spite. I brand their slogans back to ash. Erase their echoes in a single flash. The demon within me enjoys their fall. The angel remembers who started it all. Every empire, order, or plan begins with terror, arms a man. So this isn't slaughter, it's sealing a score. Breaking the cycle, carried so far. Where nothing exploits the broken or small. A beatless nightmare buried with thought. Hey, no more fantasy. When arenas decay and the billboards peel. When slogans fade and the silence real. When cameras go dark and sponsors are gone. You'll question the world you leaned upon. The halo dims, the horns grow steel. No more poison left to spill. As proportion finally meets its head. Maybe the monster can rest again. Power down. Quiet now. Quiet now. I wanna hear sounds of murder in me. I wanna hear sounds of murder in me. I wanna hear sounds of murder in me. I wanna hear sounds of murder in me.
Backstage halos, front row hell seats, contracts carving cartilage, fine print in me. Every platinum plaque's just a tomb with the track. I'm the cursed little angel putting knives in the back. They sell souls wholesale in the A&R office. Coffins in the closet, every hit sound flawless. Red carpet roll like a tongue from a beast. Limo leather seats where they slaughter the least. Charts climb high off the bones of the dead. Advance to your mom, put a loan on her head. Label ain't a label, it's a stable of the lambs. I'm the slaughterhouse, halo in the label of the damn. They on sign flicker on the label HQ. Lobby like a chapel for the jaded few. Marble in the floor, but the veins look veins. Red streak snake where the drains took brains. Executives in suits with the shark tooth grins. Ink wrist, big rings, little heart, big sins. Got a pen full of poison and a grin so slick. Every signature they get is a slit so quick. I can make you a star, just give me your art. Your masters, your name, your image, your heart. I watch the young kids sign with a trembling hand. See the contract morph into a severed brand. The letters turn leeches,
I'm the glitch in your mix, the hiss in your track, the click in your kicks when the blade hits back. You compress that pain, I expand that depth. Every sin's to her guts, every breath to meth. I'm the ghost in the booth, put a noose in the hook. Turn your hook to a loop where your neck gets took. If the industry's a temple, the greed and scam, I'm the angel in the attic with a bleeding plan. Studio dark, just a glow from the board. Engineer nods, but his eyes feel bored. Pop star in the booth with a chain too tight. Can't breathe, can't sleep, but they want that bright. She sings that hook till my throat runs red. Auto-tune patch, every tear she bled. Producer don't flinch, just raises the fader. I twist his wrist till they snap on the fader. Ghostwriter in the corner with a notebook numb, writing death notes for a check and some crumbs. I dip his pen in his corroded spray. Now the ink and the blood goes right their own way. Streaming farm in the warehouse, screens like eyes. Rose a fake place for the real life lies. I cut those cables, cords coil like snakes. Wrap around necks till the bandwidth break. Put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back. They push pills, push pain, push pop, push drill. Everything's a product if it might pay bills. You OD slow on a baseline, kid. They own your coffin in the place you're hid. If you charred off trauma, they'll farm that hurt. Turn your words first to a merch line shirt. I'm the demon angel cleaning that scam, cutting off hands in the label of the damned. Heaven said sing, hell said scream, earth said stream, your broken dream. The demon in me sees the stage as a cage, audience as an altar for their rage. A&R prophets preach chart positions, gospel of the dollar, dark transmissions. They don't sell music, they traffic in soul. Press them to vinyl, ship them in O's. Every dead artist they idolize late. They knew what they did, but they spin it as fate. Posthumous profit from a corpse on a hook. Bonus for the label, not a crumb for the crook. That's why I rip through their soundproof walls. Turn gold records to gallows on halls. To the last dig shack in the back of the vans at their own death with their bleeding hand. Yo, 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 yo. When the booth goes mute and the stage lights die, when the crowd files out and the walls just sigh, when the plaques fall down and the halls go black, you'll hear wings drag on the mixing track. Every whispered fear, every quiet demand, every backroom handshake, blood on the hand. I'm the last sound left when the empire slams. An angel and a demon in the label of the damned. Sounds that Lorna with me.
Blood on the reel, still press play. The screen breathes smoke and whispers your name. Behind that frame, the film begins to scream. Welcome to the show that eats its own dream. Candlelight flickers on the rusted shackled frame. Shadows twitch like spirits in a snare of pain. Each splice a pulse, each heartbeat cut. Graining tape reels twist what reality forgot. 13 faces fade from the silver glare. I slice the innocence right out the air. Screams loop infinite inside my head. And celluloid ghost dance with the dead. Blood like ink drips down the next reel is you. Whispers in the dark. Circle candles drip. Blood sigils and sulfur smoke. Friendship form awaken. Awaken. Killer. Sulfur, salt, and leaves. Prince of darkness, take this flesh. Start the great work now.
Drawing the gate, mark the floor. So bring them points, name the void. Ink the glyph of need. I mark it, need, bleed. Cut the palm, 3 drops, fall a crimson key. Door between swings loose. Rise, let it pour, open up. Set this shape, height, face never had. Call them out of night. Decided the other little tax. Skin peels back the road. Putrefaction in the jar. Hold me, doesn't feel. So from my veins, mercury mind. Sulfur heart, soaking into full. Homunculus life. The first transmutation, black sludge in the vein. For the ego till it breaks it. Death is just the start. Kill.
Acid eats the bones. Liquid soul inside the glass. Clear. Separate the dross.
Ruin the bond, mix the self, hair, tears, ash from ruin, hope, stirring long it's gold. All of me, stir it, tries to see. Offer up when lonely sin, seal the pact and smoke. Give it up, no turn it back, deal made. Fresh brown a lamp, whisper secrets you can't keep. Let them drink your truth, tell them no lies. Blondie, leave some ever pot clean. Silver light within the womb, shine, watch the spirit grow. That's not the change in hearts on iron scales. Cannot pay your price. Right with me, the second transmutation. Light of whiter than a shroud. Cold and frozen in the soul, crystallizing pain. Join the sun and moon. Twins, stitch the nerves with golden wire. Binary becomes.
Breathe me. Inhale smoke. Exhale their name. Shape condenses. Cold breathe. Columns.
Seldom choose, handing you a old broken mask. Watch them tilt their head. Try it all. Who you be? Live what clasp their hand. 2 wrists, 1 pulse, woven red. Lonely zero splits, ruby dawn. Front turns into gold. Crowned crimson rising up. King, new god from the gold. I'm a storm in the hole. In the rhythm it varies. On the ripple they come. From the negrito pit where the misfits sit. Turning every little slit to a covenant whisker. Double time, arcane. Mercury mind in the circuit spin. Sulfur grin in the sulfur wind. Salt in the wounds when the world caved in. Now a friend steps out when the chant begins. Weapon smile. From cup to companion, lead heart turns to golden trust. Crafted out of loss. The final presentation. Perfected machine. Stone of the philosopher. I am reborn
Rise above, so down. Satan seals the vessel tight. The new me is here. Echoes in the rain. Echoes in the rain. Turn all lights back on. Wipe the sigils, hide the flame. Walk out with a smile. They'll never know. The inferno seals. Satan seals the vessel tight. plasma. Projector leaks like a halo. Camera shiver, your soul's on display, yo. Welcome to my show. A horror's overflow. I drag chains through the static. Cinematic panic where mass faces laugh erratic. Black magic is automatic. The screen bleeds real. Psychopaths resurrected. Every frame of confession I dissect infected. From cabins to crypts I script apocalypse. Stitch lips and moonlit clips. Drip guilt through my fingertips. Serial flicker flash. Axe in a lover's chest. I don't rest. Thrill seekers die like actors possessed. Mirror crack grin. I spin within sin. Projecting hollow eyes. Darkness begins. The final girl calls. But the frame don't fade. It loops again. Every scream I've ever made. Lights out, roll film, no mercy, no end. Blood and surround sound, it's time to descend. Horror logs forever in the mind's cold den. Welcome to the flick where death plays pretend. Lights out, roll film, no mercy, no end. Blood and surround sound, it's time to descend. Horror logs forever in the mind's cold den. Welcome to the flick where death plays pretend. I'm the glitch in the script, the snuff you miss. Knife kiss through the mist, demons tighten their fists. I catalog carnage decades deep. From cursed tapes to sleep where shadows creep. Screech of violins, blown snaps on cue. Brain matter splatters like crimson dew. I ain't Jason, Freddy, or Myers in blue. I'm the director, the puppet strings through you. Faceless horror in the theater seat. Your soul's kicking and repeat defeat. Real spill from fiction, the credits bleed. Every scream a prayer, every corpse a seed. Lights out, won't feel no mercy, no end. Blood and surround sound, it's time to descend. Horror lost forever in the mind's cold den. Welcome to the flick where death plays pretend. Lights out, won't feel no mercy, no end. Blood and surround sound, it's time to descend. Horror lives forever in the mind's cold den. Welcome to the flick where death plays pretend. Claws scrape through surround sound static. Tongues hiss hymns through wounds automatic. The moon's projector spins, we hit this. Every victim's cuts artistic. City to woods, asylum to abyss. Every horror known, I filmed all this. Chainsaw symphony, lullaby of terror. Each verse sharper, no margin for error. Suffocation scene, lungs full of flame. I baptize death, rewrite your name. This ain't Hollywood, it's hell's revival. Our scripts are Bible just to kill the idol. The audience screams, they're stitched in rows. A curtain card for all dark shadows. Last frame flickers, projector dies, but the dead rise with hollow eyes. Wow! Silence the real, the blood still flows. Next show starts when the coffin closes. Every fear you've ever known now lives inside the microphone. Cut!
Graveyard in my grin, teeth clicking like seance knocks. Who just said my name? Walls whispering code, you're the cup between two worlds. I lick every word. TV coughs up static, faces melting snowy lines. I conduct the storm. Spirit in the sink, spits out rust and bloody prayers. I sip every drop. Mind is spider web, ghost play jump rope with my nerves. I laugh when they snap. Bodies crack, mannequin joints squeak like tortured hinges. Stitches hum on beat. Souls a loaded needle threaded with electric pus. Suing dead to live. Paranormal choir giggles in my ceiling vents. Moans like dying bass. Life licks like a pulse. House is rabies in its wires. We from tide at dawn. Floorboards learn my step. Tap back moors from underworld. Something lows my weight. Fridge door creaks open. Handprints in the spoiled milk. Tongue laps up the rut. Mirror spits my face. Eyes sliding down my left cheek. Ghosts applaud the slip. Philosophy screams if the haunt lives in your skull. Who chews on your thoughts? Chair spins by itself. I'm both doctor and the plague. Arguing in drool.
a Ouija slate, letters carved into my gums, verses oozing red. Bodies planchette, chalk skating over kitchen towels, leaving smeared trails slick. Souls of blacklit moth, wings stuck in a mousetrap snap, still it worships light. Yeah, this path is hell, honking barbed wire lullabies, no escape, just grin. Still I love this ride, kiss each nightmare on the teeth, taste the broken glass. Every ghost I meet, tattoos, warnings in my veins, inked in clots and screams. Now the house gets bold, walls start sweating funeral dirt, pictures blink and bleed. Closet yawns wide open, coat sleeves reach like choking hands, I don't pull them off. Something in the ducts drags its ribs on metal rails, dust coughs up dead skin. Bathtub coughs out hair, not my color, not my length, moves like centipedes. Fingers through the drain, scratching for a better life, I step on each nail. Lunatic and bloom, brain a busted slaughterhouse, crow's nest in my thoughts. Tongue tastes copper rain, ceiling cracks like splitting skulls, maggots praise the lake. Kitchen clock turns black, second hand starts slicing hours, time bleeds on the floor. I carve logic up, Cantonese on my plate, true with broken forks. Spirit gnaws my spine, vertebrae like candy bones, crunching in the beat. Mind, body, and soul, three-eyed beast in one meat suit, foxtrot in the gore. Love this cursed carnival, life a rustic Ferris wheel, dripping as it spins. When the final ball pops above my butchered smile, I'll still dance at night. 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 I'll still dance at night.
You hear that? You hear that? They call for me again. They call for me again. Time to let the earth breathe. Blood dripping my grin. Shadows kiss the razor's edge. Dawn don't mean a thing. Screams taste like release, like peel soft beneath my teeth. Still my brain feels clean, so clean. The dirt holds my peace. Roots strangle what's left of time. I sleep well at night. Don't stress, I'm calm again. Guess I found my little zen. Murder's my medicine. Every cut is cure. Cut, cut. Every grave my treasure. Every tear pure pleasure. I deal with pressure. By carving my leisure. No pain, just measure. My joy, my scar, my signature. Call me the quiet finisher. Air tastes high and sweet. Saw hums like a lullaby. Flesh sings soft decay. My hands paint the mud, blue razzlats and red and rust. God reads what I've done. No one ever knows. Silence strangles every soul. I am peace in red. Calm in catastrophe, like still anatomically. meditation. Blood my medication. Every strike salvation. Pure creation desecration. Jam my name vibration. Cutting slip rotation. Every destination. Death my destination. Murmurs from the soil. They whisper my name at night. Whisper, whisper. Hearts become the drums I like. Boom, boom. Every pulse a guiding light. Candle, wax, and stone. Trip, confess to crimson thrones. Life's too loud alone. I need silence. Death feels like home. Oh. Stress crawls up my chest. Life reminds me how to breathe. Cold heart never dies. Eternal. I'm high off the end. Spent space, kill like revenge again. I grin with the sin. Chain sing love applies. Like strokes the open eyes. Nobody cries. I'll never be done. Never. Night whispers you're the one. Me. Another dawn undone. Shovel, kiss the grave. Silence hums a happy tune. Stillness after scream. They'll never find a thing. The earth always keeps a secret. Forever.
Yeah. I died on the corner where the streetlights flicker like bad memories. Naptown reading through me, cold lungs full of dead symphonies. Toe tag dreams, chalk outline halos where my shadow be. Still walk the blocks like the ground never noticed burying me. Spirit in a hoodie, Glock, heavy like regret. Even in the afterlife, they still expect the set. Sirens hum lullabies, concrete whispers threats. Money talks louder than the preacher ever did at my death. I was raised by the alley, baptized in rainwater. Mama prayed for a son, city raised a pain walker. I learned early love don't feed you in the fridge hollow. So I fed the hunger with sin in a chrome Apollo. Now I haunt liquor stores and boarded up dreams. Every dollar got blood on it, every block got screams. I seen angels do drugs, demons clocking for shifts, and the dead still hustle cause the rent never quits. I keep the scrap cause peace never lived where I'm from. Even ghosts get robbed when the night gets dumb. I stack for the living and the dead in my name, trying to buy back a soul but the price still change. Acid in my thoughts, my mind drip LSD. Reality bend when the moon talk back to me. I'm a myth on the avenue, rumor with legs. They say I died 3 times but I'm here again. Every step echo gunshots from another life. I still flinch when a car slowed down at the light. I still dream of a future I never survived. Still count money with fingers that technically died. Naptown nights got a permanent bruise. You either learn to shoot or learn how to lose. I chose survival over heaven's excuse. Now I'm dead with a purpose and nothing to prove. They say rest in peace, but peace never paid me. Cemetery gates couldn't cage me. I crawl out the dirt with my pockets on empty. Still strapped, still stacking, still haunted, still deadly. I'm a corpse with ambition, veins full of static, all spiral like graffiti. Beautiful and erratic, acid rap visions, streets melting in waves, buildings breathing heavy like they stuck in a cage. I watch my own funeral from across the street. Same faces crying, that wouldn't help me eat. Same hands reach out when the money gets tall. Funny how death make them love you all. I trip. Faces stretch, time slip, reality rip. Street signs talk reckless, potholes remember names. Every crack in the sidewalk, know my pain. I stacked for the nights I slept hungry and cold. For the dreams I sold cheap just to not feel old. For the sins I committed just to stay afloat. For the nights I prayed silently, nobody noticed. I died with regrets heavier than my chain. Now I hustle backwards, trying to unwrite the pain. I see my younger self on the corner confused, trying to look hard while his heart's still bruised. I wanna warn him, but ghosts don't get hurt, so I just watch him walk straight into the dirt. Police light flash like in the level screens. Another life lost to the city's routines. I'm trapped in a loop where survival the game, and the rules never change even after the grave. Acid rain thoughts drip off my skull. Every memory loud, every emotion dull. I don't fear death, cause I live in between. Not alive, not gone, just faintly green. Still strapped cause evil don't respect the dead. Still stacking cause hunger live in my head. Still roaming that town with a ghostly rep. Dead man walking, but I ain't done yet. I'm the echo of a gunshot, fading too slow. The lesson nobody listens to. Until they gone, I wear my sins like a coat in the snow. Every but familiar, it's all I know. Often thoughts bubble, my brain stay warm. Street lights flicker, Morse code from the Lord. He never answer back, just static and noise. So I talk to the devil like an unemployed voice. I stand for the chance I might feel alive. Even 1 second when the hurt don't thrive. I scramble, cause fear don't care if you dead. But it is still hot, even spirits get black. That town skyline look like broken teeth. Smile full of secrets we refuse to keep. I've seen hope overdose on the corner alone, while ambition get rich off another man's bones. I tried to quit the game, but the game won't quit me. Every road lead back to the same old city life.
Sound of a heavy rain hitting a metal roof. A slow, deep piano melody plays in a minor key. We hear the sound of a blade being sharpened on a whetstone. Scritch, 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 scritch. A distorted, raspy whisper echoes.
They call it evil. But what do you call a world that feeds on the innocent? Sometimes the only way to wash away the filth is with the flood of red. I don't want this, but God, they won't stop, so neither will I. Look in the mirror and I hate the faces staring back. My conscience screaming, but the rhythm of the heart is black. I see a predator, a dealer peddling poison to the kids, a politician lining pockets while the hollow point skids inside my brain. It's a cage match, angel versus the beast. One wants the peace, the other wants to bring the feast to the deceased. My knuckles white from gripping tight, I'm shaking, sweating, losing grip. The morality is slipping as I'm loading up the extra clip. I don't wanna be a killer, I just want the world to breathe, but the weeds are choking out the garden, time to make them bleed. I'm a servant of the light, using darkness as a blade. Forgive me for the mess, but the debt has gotta be paid. Like the judges in the soil with the fountain pen of bone, walking through the valley where the wicked cry alone. Is it murder if the victim is the one who sowed the hate? I'm the hand of karma knocking, I'm the iron bar of fate. Yeah. Shadow in the corner, by the time he saw the glint, he was meeting with the mourner. Step one, I take the piano wire, wrap it round the throat, watch his eyes bulge out while I read the sins he wrote. Step two, he tries to gas, so I sink the serrated edge deep into the thigh, feel the spray, honor the pledge. Step three, I let him see the photos of the lives he read, while I curve injustice in his chest to show some disrespect. He's begging for his life, but his soul is already rotten. The screams are just the music for the ones who were forgotten. It's a
Does this make me one of them? I'm the monster you created. Gotta get him, gotta gut him, gotta put him in the dirt. Every sin, every grin, every ounce of the hurt. I'm the nightmare in the hallway. I'm the shadow in the street, turning hunters into prey until the cycle is complete. Now I find the human trafficker, the one who sells the souls. Tied him to the chair, now I'm playing all the roles. Step 4, I use the pliers, one by one the truth is told. Removing every finger till the secrets all unfold. Step 5, the gasoline, the match, the final purification. Burning out the cancer from the fabric of the nation. My soul is stained forever, yeah, I'm headed for the fire. But I take every vivid with me on the funeral pyre. It's done, the ink is dry, my hands are red. But the world is a little brighter tonight. Don't look for me, I'm the ghost you invited in when you let the evil win. Sleep tight while you still can.
Blood on the reel, still press play. The screen breathes smoke and whispers your name. Behind that frame, the film begins to scream. Welcome to the show that eats its own dreams. Candlelight flickers on the rusted shackle frame. Shadows twitch like spirits in a snare of pain. Each splice a pulse, each heartbeat caught. Graining tape reels twist what reality forgot. 13 faces fade from the silver glare. I slice the innocence right out the air. Screams loop infinite inside my head. And celluloid ghost dance with the dead. Blood like ink drips down the cam lens. They beg for rewind, I crave the end. Footage flickers, skin peels back in prayer. Beauty turns beast beneath my stare. Roll the film, let the horror roll. Roll it, voices screaming, feed me more. Every frame's another corpse reborn. Snuff the light and splice the torn. Kill the light. Tape 2, throat split, whisper confession. Tape 3, hung high, truth and regression. Burning flames show what judgment hides. Faces melt where the soul divides. Black glove stitch, new art in flesh. Each victim bleeds a painter sketch. Dialogue director of eternal night. Craft in terror and pale strobe light. Real as the rock in the reels I spin. 13 stories, 7 deadly sins. One by one they fade into grain. Trapped in forever, looping pain. Don't blink, you're part of the frame. A film keeps rolling, whispering your name. And your scream echoes through the splice. Hell's premiere cost your life at twice. Take 13, feeds through trembling teeth. I edit the scene with your heart beneath. The lens cries blood, the shadows applaud. I built my faith in a cult of fraud. You came for thrills, you'll die as proof. Searching face when the pain is truth. 1,000 cuts in a single brush. Affected through living death. Frame freezes, your soul combusts. Static laughs through the ash and dust. The credits roll, but nothing ends. The horror rewinds and records again. Press rewind. The tape still bleeds. You thought this was fiction. The next reel is you.
Black altar I shake. Demons chew my heavy heart. Red moon stay away. Don't stay. I'm a Satanist this for serotonin in the news. Every sunrise feels like God's abuse. Panic in my chest, face rotted in my veins. Feel just satanic thoughts, I tattoo it on my pain. Depression like a shadow that's glued to my back. Feels like angels watch while my soul got cracked. I pray to the dark just to numb my nerves. I see the faces of the ones we serve. Victim in the mirror, but my fist clenched tight. I remember every story whispered late at night. Kids getting touched by the holy saints. Women bled dry by predator ain'ts. If God won't judge, then the devil keeps score. So I sharpen my will like a sacrificial sword. I don't wanna live, but I can't just leave. Not while these monsters still smile and breathe. No fear. 7 names in red on the wall above my bed. Justice for the dead. First one is a pastor with a serpent gaze. Turn confession to a trauma maze. I'm at his routine in my mental lair. Final amen when he chokes on air. I don't spit details, but he never sees God. Oh son, just a flash of fear, then he's simply gone. I walk away shaking, still sick to the core. Yeah, my depression whispers, we'll need more. Second a stepdad, drunk hands, dead eyes. Use the word family as his rape disguise. Catch him in alley with a secret strip. One quick blur, then he's just a blip. Erased. Third, a counsel, a spiritual code. Feeding off souls when the hope is gone. I strip his halo, let the shadows feast. Pray hail Satan for the broken, he flees. Hail, hail. Broken wings and scars. I count victims like dim stars. Circle made of bars. Fourth is a cop who buried every report. 4 crying girls, gentle cut this short. He never clocks it for a shift that night. Just a rumor swallowed by the bite of the night. Fit the club rat stuck in every drink. Watch his false courage finally shrink. 6 inches of groove selling holy touch. Mr. Quiet, he deserves so much. The 7th one's different and it cuts more deep. Slice 7 names, my carved in lack of sleep. I'm the one who failed to die when I tried. But I'm the blade that the fallen deified. Scourge is satanic darts, I bleed on my will. Torn between justice and the urge to kill. Every soul I touch is a nail in my brain. Every act of vengeance just echoes my pain. Black altar I kneel. Down low. 7 scars across my chest. Still I cannot heal. Never!
I lost count of how many I've eaten, but I remember the first time I tasted corruption. It chewed like gristle and swallowed like pride. Now every sin that walks on 2 legs is a meal, utterly too fresh to death. Bring the plates. I caught my morals with a bone-made pig. Eat what I kill, gotta dissect. 13 plates, every soul on a dish. Knives in the choir, blood in the wish. If the world is meat, I'm the butchered him. Holy man grin while the lights go dim. You praying for life, I'm chewing on it quick. Say grace, then kill, then dissect. Greed in a hand, tell it suit. Wallet like a coffin full of stolen fruit. He fed on the poor, so I flipped the plate. Now his gold ring fingers line my crate. Rhythm 2, corruption with a badge on his chest. Lord when his mouth rot under his vest. I don't need the details, you can smell that stink. All I'll say is the river don't drink. Piston 3, betrayal with a handshake smile. Stabbed every back from a country mile. I slow cook lies till they fall off bone. Serve them in a stew that I eat alone. Victim 4, coward East hiding in a crowd. Cheered on hate but never said it loud. I season his fear with a pinch of dread. Tastes like all the words he never said. You had it coming. Stay safe. 8 in her own abyss. Victim 6, vanity glued to the glass. Loved his reflection, hated the mask. I served his face as a mirror glazed pie. Every slice shows the way he'd lie. Victim 7, exploitation in a velvet chair, counting other people's nightmare shares. He ate off backs, I flipped the feast, made him the table and I played the priest. Victim 8, apathy, eyes like a blank TV. Watched hell happen, never said not me. I seasoned that short with a heavy smoke, chewed on his silence till my teeth near broke. Victim 9, envy with a jitter in his jaw. Wanted what you had, cheer when you fall. I played at his hunger with input air. Let him starve on the sense of the meal I share. No seconds, you get what you gave. I set up a food truck on the edge of town. Menu written in sins, not nouns. Folks line up, forks in hand, happily chewing on their fellow man. They don't know what's chopped, what's grilled, what's picked, but it tastes like justice, so it tastes like best you ever had. Don't ask what's in it. Did pretend, addiction shaking in the snow. Needle as a halo, eyes so glow. I saw myself in the way he shook, so I called his habit, not the proof. Victim 11, despair on a rooftop bench. Toes curled over that final ledge. I didn't push, I just cut the rope. Turn his last breath into a seasoned hope. Tip a drop, abusing a father's frame. Hands like cages, house of shame. I don't think the scene when the plate was raw. Everybody takes it like a blocking law. Like a blocking me in the mirror, fucking air. Angel in my ribs, thrilling in my scale. If every cent I eat makes me wanna bite, then I'm the last course serving myself tonight. How to stay fit. How to stay fit. How to stay fit. How to stay sick. How to stay sick. How to stay sick. How to stay sick. How to stay sick, how to stay sick, never starve your rage. Turn every lie to a meal on a stage. But watch your teeth, when you bite that raw, you might chew yourself into the song. Don't let stay sick. How to stay sick. How to stay sick. I don't cut people cause that's cruel. I cut what they did, turn monsters to fuel. If you see me smiling over something that bleeds, Curry, I just ordered off the normal menu. That's watching on my list. The way leaving is anything but light embers. Stay sick. Stay sick!
Yeah. They told us to pray, but the sky's gray. They told us to work, but the pockets are empty. It's a cold world, man.
They watching? Stay there!
I'm chasing shadows in a glass pipe, dodging the holy light. Religion says I'm cursed, but the pharmacy says I'm right. It's a collision of the gospel and the chemicals in my veins. Man-made dogmas just add more links to my chains while I'm sweating out the demons. The suits are in the towers, trading children's innocence in the dark, silent hours. The same hands that sign the bills are the ones that fund the rings. Politicians acting like shepherds while pulling the devil's strings. The economy is a guillotine, my neck is on the block. Every cent I make is gone before I even check the clock. I'm choosing between a meal or keeping the heaters on in a land that's built on blood where the humanity is gone. Blood on the badge, ice in the vein. The world is decaying, we're drowning in pain. They kill us in the street, then they pray for our souls, while the rich count the bodies in the pits and the holes. Stitch lips, silent screams, free speech is a ghost. We're just fuel for the fire for the ones who have the most. Another brother in the dirt, another mother in the black. The police pull the trigger, then they claim they're under attack. Execution on the pavement, captured on a grainy feed, while the system protects the wolf and lets the innocent bleed. They took our voices, throttled speech in the name of safety, but the only thing they're saving is the greed of the wealthy. The rich would rather watch us rot than share a loaf of bread. They thrive on the division, they want the masses fed on a diet of racial hate and heritage used as a role, building borders in our minds just to ensure that we fall. It's a chess game for the giants with the pawns on the board, trading our peace of mind for a weapon and a sword. The divide is deep, the heritage is stained. The masses are laughing while we're living in chains. The kids are the legacy, but the legacy is bleak. In a world where the strong only hunt for the weak. No voice for the poor, no help for the sick. Just a boot on the neck and a political trick. I look into my daughter's eyes and I feel the terror rise. How I leave her here under these poison plastic skies. I am the anchor of her soul, the meaning of her breath, but I'm terrified of what she'll face when I'm swallowed up by death. To be someone's entire world in a world that's falling apart is a heavy, heavy burden on a breaking, addicted heart. Burying my kin before their hair even turns to gray. The cemetery's crowded, but the officials look away. The rot is in the marrow, the humanity is turning sour. We're living in the shallow of the final darkest hour. The government is a predator, the system is a cage, writing our history in blood on a tear-stained page. They want us fighting over color so we don't see the hand that's stealing every acre of our life and our land. I'm fighting just to stay awake, fighting just to feel in a world that's manufactured and nothing there is real. My children have to walk this path when I am gone and cold. God help the little ones for the lives that they've been sold. It's all decaying. Can't you smell it? The rot in the capital, the rot in the street. Keep your eyes. They don't want you to speak. It's all a lie. Stay alive. I'm just a man with a habit and a heavy heart. Don't let them divide you, divide you.
They built these walls to keep us in, or to keep the demons out. In the city of lost souls, hunger is the only God that answers. Welcome to the nightmare they call the American dream. You're home now, home now, home now. I'm waking up to the smell of sulfur and stale malt liquor. The shadows in the corner getting taller, moving quicker. Living in the gutter where the rats feast on the weak, where the gospel's just a fairy tale, the hungry can't speak. I'm a product of the dirt, a rose grown in the tomb, while the rich sip on vintage wine and ignore the impending doom. I'm hustling through the fog, selling poison to the ghosts. The addict's eyes are sunken, looking like a burnt out post. I've seen a mother trade her soul just to feel the needle sting, while the politicians laughing, pulling every single string. With the monsters that you created, the ghosts of the oppressed, plucking feathers off the wings of every angel in the west. I'm Utterly2fresh2death in a casket made of gold, buying back the dignity that the government once sold. Fuck 'em to the slaughterhouse, the city of the damned, where the Bible's in the right, but the pistol's in the hand. We're breaking out the cycle, shedding skin like a snake. Every promise that they gave us was a monumental fake. The ghetto was the altar where we sacrifice our breath, living in the shadows, dancing hand in hand with death. I'm setting traps for the Ophies, a honeypot of sin. Lure them to the basement where the real games begin. They thought it was a trace, a little taste of the forbidden, but I'm the judge and executioner, the truth that stayed hidden. I see the preacher in the pulpit, eyes gleaming with greed, planting seeds of faith while we bleed and we bleed. Is it evil to survive? Is it bad to want a plate when the system's rigged against you and the jury's full of hate? We're the martyrs of the corner, the saints of the block, counting minutes till the reaper comes to punch a time clock. I'm the glitch in your religion, the demon in your prayer, finding unity in chaos, breathing fire in the air. We the martyrs of the corner, the saints of the block, counting minutes till the reaper comes to punch the time clock. I'm the glitch in your religion, the demon in your prayer, finding unity in chaos, breathing fire in the air, in the air, in the air.
These gates are locked and the key is made of lead. The blood of the poor is the wine of the well-fed. Can you hear the ancestors screaming from the floor? We don't knock no more, we kick down the door. The ghetto is the temple, the sidewalk is the pew, with the nightmare coming true for the privilege and the few. Corruption is the currency, the city is the cage, but the lions are awake and we're filled with holy rage. The ghetto is the coffin, but the ghetto is the throne, and it's graveyard of the brave. The ghetto is home. It's home. Trying to break the human cycle, evolving past the flesh in a world that's trying out. I'm Utterly2fresh2death. The government is a virus, the vaccine is the street. We're the ones who keep on standing when they tell us to retreat. I seen the good do bad, I seen the bad save a life, while the rich man's world is cutting through the poor man like a knife. With a brotherhood of scars, a community of pain, washing off the filth in the middle of the acid rain. So I'll hustle and I'll fight, and I'll do what must be done until the moon turns to blood and we swallow up the sun. No more masters, no more chains, no more living on my knees. I'm the king of the abyss, doing exactly what I please. Yeah, you see it, you see the fire in our eyes. You can't cage a spirit that was born in the dark. You call it a slum, we call it our kingdom. To the ones in the high towers, we're coming for the keys. To my brothers and sisters in the den, hold your head but keep your blade sharp. The system is failing, but the block is eternal. Ghetto is home.
Black void baptized me, born with a star like the caves. Ash drips from my lungs. Ancient gods whisper through the ribs of dying worlds. I inhale their curse. Grave dust in my veins, orbiting forgotten prayers. I speak in eclipse. I was carved in the dark where the galaxies rock, where the silence is louder than all that you got, where the echo of God's at the back of your thoughts and the soul gets devoured by the sins you forgot. Haiku in my head, that's on some lullabies low. Nah, it eats every name. I was raised in a temple with no holy lights. The sky cracked open by the teeth of the night, so a halo corrodes, so an angel take flight, then it burned in the vacuum. The soul got a sight, cold orbit around the throne made a broken faith. God's bleeding to death. Every prayer that I made got lost in the void. Every hope I constructed got slowly destroyed. Every voice in my chest got distorted and void. Now I speak like a prophet. The dark deployed, grace bloom in the stars. Stars fall back into the grave. Cycle never ends. I got scripture and scars, I got mist in my breath. Got a universe crawling in the cage in my chest. Every word that I spit was a Rex, but it's dead. Every bar like a song from the edge of the end.
When the cosmos cracks wide, hear my name in solar winds. I won't break our rise. Born beyond all gods, at the end of all the days, dark made me divine.
I seen heaven collapse like a tower of bones. Seen a God lose his crown or the fear in his tones. And the scriptures dissolve in the dust on a throne. Now the truth is a void and I stand here alone. Haiku in the ash, golden halos turn to rust. Faith decays in time. I was baptized in calmness to shatter my skin. At a war with myself and the demons within. Every sin that I carry got under my grin. Now I smile like the end of existence begins. Stars whisper my pain, never let screaming my name. I become the star. I got galaxies chained to the weight of my past. Every second I breathe feel like time for the snap. Every thought like a blade, every memory glass. Every step through the void leave a permanent crack. Black holes call me home, gravity grips in my soul. I refuse to fall. I'm not here for your light, I'm here for the fall. For the crack in the sky when the silence will call. For the truth that there's nothing that's holy at all. Just a void that's been waiting to swallow it all.
When the cosmos cracks wide, hear my name in solar winds. I won't break our rise. Nothing die of stars, some faith collapse in the end of God's last stand.
Now the universe breathes every time that I speak. Every rhythm I drop make eternity leak. Got a throne in the void, but it's jagged and bleak. Made of bones from the ones who would worship as kings. Haiku in the void, all creation bends and breaks. Nothing lasts but dark. See prophets go mad, try chasing the truth. See religions dissolve like a lie in a booth. See the youth lose their faces from staring at proof that the gods that were sold never walk.
No peace in the stars, no sleep in eternal night, only endless pull. I don't bow to gods, I don't kneel to empty thrones, for it is all I trust. Pain becomes my crown, fear becomes my only fuel. I evolve through dark.
We rise from the void with the weight of dying stars. Still we breathe, we fight. Every tear we shed turns to galaxies of strength. We survive the end.
Let the cosmos fade into nothing but dust. Let the myths burn away, let the idols all rust. I was built from the dark, I was forged out of trust. In a universe cold where survival was a must. High crew closing 9, echo lives past every star. I outlive the void.